come? He's like, oh, I'm so mad right now. Something's got to happen with my body, and it's going all the way down through my body. And then my finger just extends out. Like, does that make me feel better?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. After you flip the bird or shoot the bird,
I told them.
Yeah, like, how do you feel after you do that? Like, does it be like,
Yeah, like I'm relieved now.
I won.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back for another episode of Sip and Share. Sip, sip, and share. Let's go. Sip and share. Sip, sip, and share. Let's go.
Sip and share. Sip, sip, and share. Sip and share.
Whew.
Sip.
Gotta stay awake on that one. Welcome back, everybody, for another episode. I am very happy to be here to talk to you all, just like we always are. Before we get to our topic of this particular session, I want to ask my lovely bride, what are you sipping on?
Did you like how I did the muted version of Sip and Share?
Yeah,
Like,
it was very
it was
good.
Silent.
Yeah.
So people gonna think that my mic was on.
That was an amazing tactic. We're getting better each and every episode. You're coming up with all these unique ways to
You
just
know, when I'm on
keep the podcast
FaceTime with
going.
somebody and I want to act like it's broke up.
Like, here.
But then it doesn't work when something else in the background.
What you
sounds
doing
off.
back there? Why you? What you drinking?
I am sipping on some H2O with some lemon.
Ooh, not just water, lemon water.
Smells
Just
good. Too.
like my
Smells
lovely
good.
bride. Well, it does smell good. I almost
Yeah.
smell like lemonade. We're trying to keep you all in the healthy mindset. I am also sipping on some lemon water.
Next week he might be different. That's pretty good.
That tastes pretty good.
So diffusing your water and putting the fruit and the like cucumbers and stuff like that. That's pretty good.
That make me drink water more often. Just a plain old
You know,
lemon.
someone wrote a review for a restaurant one time. They said, I ordered water and it tastes like cucumbers. And I ended up going to that restaurant and I saw they had a cucumber water diffuser.
I mean,
Like-
cucumber water. Yep, infused.
Yeah, you know.
What we talking about?
Today we're talking about fighting words.
Fighting words. Fight. Have you ever been out there trying to just have a good old day? You just like, man, today was a really good day. And then all of a sudden,
Today was a good day.
something happens where somebody just decides to really piss you off.
Not piss you off. Test.
Test you.
They try to test you.
They're trying to test your patience. Like maybe in
Yeah.
traffic or something like that. And, you just driving about your way. You in the car. You just listen to your music. You're in your zone.
Yeah,
And
you
then
bumping
somebody-
it. Boom, 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 boom. You in your zone
Hey.
like boom.
Oh, I'm in my zone.
Boom,
Hold
boom,
on.
boom,
I
boom, boom,
forgot.
boom,
Oh,
boom.
okay.
boom, boom.
DJ. Sweet Tea. DJ Sweet Tea, y'all. We told y'all last week she was a DJ.
Come on, my
You got to
voice-
drop a beat,
I'm
though. You just can't, go.
I'm getting tired. I thought you was gonna keep with your story
I didn't know
while
if
I
you was
do
doing
it.
a beat
All
or
right,
if you was, wait, I didn't know if you was doing a beat or if you was running a 5K.
But you supposed to be in your zone, then the thing gonna happen.
All right.
All right, go.
Let me do it. Yeah, this is my song right here. Hey. No, you go. It's only one lane. What are you doing? And then they do something.
Oh,
That can really
Lord. Get it.
Spiral you out of control.
Get it.
And get you out of your
Get
zone.
it. You want me to do it?
Don't do it.
You want me to
Don't
do it?
do
It's
it.
coming.
Don't do it.
It's coming.
But it's got
baby.
something to do with one of those fingers on that hand.
It's coming.
And it is called flipping the bird. Flipping you off. I want to know. I wish I knew where it originated from. Like, who was the first person to say?
Who was first?
Hey, why not your pinky or your thumb or your ring finger? Why did somebody say,
But-
I'm gonna take this middle finger and I'm gonna extend it out and I'm gonna point it upward, like, and then on top of it, the term shooting the bird, flipping the bird.
She shot a bird at me.
They shot a bird at me. Where did that come from?
But here go the thing, like, what? Why are you upset about a finger movement? Like, why are you? Like, I can
Why?
do like this, right? I can do that.
Okay.
It doesn't cause anything, right?
Right.
I can do, hey,
High five. Okay.
doesn't cause anything.
You
but
can
if
give
I
me
go-
you can give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You can give me a A-OK.
Well, I mean, I guess all of those are signaling something.
Yeah.
They're signaling something. So
I
guess
wonder,
that's what's behind this.
Do you think that's part of sign language?
Yeah, sign language is all about.
No. I'm talking about the bird.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be.
I wonder if
incorporated
flipping
in
the
there.
bird is actually an official sign language.
I wouldn't dare to put that particular thing amongst them. I think that we created a way to express our anger towards somebody through a hand gesture.
But how come he's like, oh, I'm so mad right now. Something's got to happen with my body, and it's like it's going all the way down through my body, and then my finger just extends out. Like, does that make me feel better?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. After you flip the bird or shoot the bird,
I
whichever
told
way,
them.
Yeah, like how do you feel after you do that? Like, does it be like, ah,
Yeah, like I'm relieved now.
I won?
Oh, but nah.
I won.
And if that ain't enough, then you give them the double. I seen somebody give me the double finger. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What did you do to
you
them?
really, really are mad. If somebody gives you the double bird, oh boy. And then in return, why does it make the person receiving the double birds?
But babe, don't let
Delivery.
them,
Ding dong.
don't let them give you a combo. Like flip the bird and then
Oh my God.
hitting that
We know what
bird.
that means.
Y'all,
Back in the day, I used to
that
see
mean
people who's like,
kiss
you can
my-
kiss my, you know what it is. We're trying to keep it clean.
doing
But
it like
if
they do this. Oh, I almost let
first
the
of all-
bird out, y'all. I'll put it back in the cage. Put
Put
it
the bird back in the cage. Oh, God. I think that's a good bird. But anyway,
Man.
flipping the finger, flipping the bird, shooting the bird, but then combining it with something else,
Oh,
like she just mentioned,
child.
and you say, you hit the whole pat on the buttocks. Man, that just means they really, really hate you. And I don't understand why it makes us so
I think they
mad.
hate you. I think that they dislike what you did in that moment. But I am if I'm
Those are fighting words without words.
yes, they are. Now, Tisha, who y'all see now, is not Tisha who was of old.
Nope.
Yes. I'm gonna go and tell it. I'm gonna tell my own story.
Wait a minute. What's going on with this hand
I
clap?
have gotten out the car.
What's going on with these clapping of the
I
hands?
have gotten birds or gestures from people in their car, and I'm in my car. And one time, I was in a parking lot, and I was trying to back up or something. It was a miscommunication of who backing up first or something like that.
Tell
Very
it.
crowded parking lot, and they did some kind of gesture to me. I got out
Oh gosh.
the car.
Oh gosh.
Oh, let's not say I'm the only one who done got out of a car.
We do not promote that behavior.
I'm not the only one who ever got out of a car before. Let's not say that. So I got out the car. That's Tisha of old. But now I'm
And
like,
wait. You got in a car and did what?
I went and I was like,
With your foot.
and I probably was like,
No, well, let me ask you this.
Huh?
After you did that, how did that make you feel?
I don't know. It made me first. I felt strong. Like you ain't gonna win. Now you sit right there. But I was out my car, so she probably still bagged up first.
I got
So-
the best hand gesture. Mine's better than
Yeah.
you.
So I mean, she ain't step out her car, but
It was probably because you did the. Once you do that, man, that's
I mean,
scary.
I felt like I was the alpha then. I was like, all right, okay. But I think she left the parking lot.
You know what?
first,
She
'cause
probably-
I had to get back in my car.
She probably would have gotten out of the car too, up until the point where you did that pat of the butt. She probably, oh no, I'm going to stay in. No, that's scary to me. What fighting words? What else do we do?
I mean, it's just ridiculous. I remember back in the day for us growing up, whenever you were like about to get in a fight with somebody, I was finna say finta. Okay,
Finta.
I don't know if y'all know about to
Hold on.
finta.
Finta. Finta.
Finta.
No,
No,
you got to break that
fintu,
down.
fintu,
No, we don't say it's
fintu.
not fintu.
I
I
don't
am
say
I am
finta.
fintu go to the store. I'm finna. Oh, actually, that's a
That's
different
finna.
one.
It's actually finna.
Finna. Finna. That means you're about to do something. You're about to proceed to accomplish something. Just
And
for
this
interpretation.
Was your
Urban
Ebonics
translation.
moment. So I remember back in the day, if you were about to fight somebody, first of all, you planned it. It's like, okay, oh, you been talking about me? You been talking
I
about
heard
me?
you been talking
or
about me.
whatever. Okay, wait till after school.
So you gave him the preliminary.
Yeah, so it was after school.
You gave
Then
him the
you had to
time.
give them where. So
me at the-
right at the bus stop. So then you gave them a place.
You were planning even back then. That was a lot of good planning.
No, I'm saying everybody did
Yeah,
that.
we're
And
good
then
planners.
if it was dirt, what you do? Draw that line.
Draw the line.
Step across here
I
if
bet
you
you
want
wanna
to.
cross this
Step
line.
across here if you want to. And
Yeah.
then when you stepped across, it was the shoulder. It was the shoulder
somehow,
thing,
some
like
kind of way, you know,
bumping
I would take
shoulders.
my shoulder and connect it with her shoulder,
Go
and
ahead.
we, you know, like this, like this, and then we would walk around in a circle, you know, waiting for the first person to make a
Fighting
move. Like,
the
come on,
wolves
then,
or
what you want to
something.
do? What you want to do? That was some. I was about to say that was some good times. It wasn't good
No,
times.
those are not good times.
So something that led up to those fights. I don't know why this is another thing. We always talking about the flipping of the bird and all that stuff, but rolling eyes, like, are your eyes actually rolling? But like this, why does this like? I just did it, y'all.
You rolled your head, not your eye.
No, what,
This
so
mode did like this.
it has to move across in a horizontal manner. You kind of like have to close your eye. For those that don't know how to do it, first you get some anger built up. You close your eyes. You look at the person and you go.
I know you ain't roll your
And then,
eyes at
and
me.
you don't open them until your head's back in the other. You know, it's in the other direction. So you start in this direction, and then you open them. Why is that such a thing? Like, why does that make you feel better? And does that really hurt for the person receiving?
Well, evidently it hurts because when we were just on our trip, a daughter rolled her eyes at her mother.
Oh my God!
And she had some choice words for her daughter
And
that
specifically, she said, "Don't roll your eyes at me. I will punch you dead in your face." So it ticked her mom off.
and this was the most wonderful time of the year.
Hey,
Christmas.
cruises. That's where you have a
Christmas
good time,
cruise.
and you get punched in the face. Apparently,
Yeah.
what else? Rolling your neck. Then when people, I forgot when people used to roll their eyes, and you used to tell the teacher, like, "What's wrong?" And then what would you say?
She rolled her
She
eyes.
rolled her eyes at me. Well, as a teacher, what are you supposed to do with that?
Stop rolling your eyes. Keep them still. Keep them still and straight.
What else?
Don't even look at her.
What else?
But I was like, you know, the other thing is like when you feel like you're a little more uppity than the other kids and you be like, nah, nanny, boo, boo, or you ain't got it.
Oh man! And then don't follow that up with, "I'm gonna do it if I stick my tongue out at you." Why does sticking the tongue out? Like, what is that? And why is it offensive?
Well, I just think that I don't understand why do these things tick us off. Y'all are gonna have to help us with this. I mean, it has happened to me where things have ticked me off. Let me back up. I'm getting heated. I'm on the mic. Like I'm on the mic.
Y'all better be careful, she
Like,
don't.
I'm gonna step out this mic stand and get it, y'all. But yeah, it used to be that these things would make me angry. Now, you know, it's stuff like blowing, like, okay. So, well, I'll keep with this first. As we matured as children, some of that stuff became a little more vulgar. So I think that it was very offensive. For instance, if a boy would say, ask you a question and then he say, D's, I'm not even gonna finish it and give it the, you know, what it needs. But that used to, work my
DEEZ, male body parts.
yeah. I think they know what it is.
I just
baby.
wanted to spell it out.
Everybody probably know what it is.
We ain't gonna
Yeah.
go into detail. You know,
But,
y'all know what it means.
You know, you can eat them too. They're food. so.
Well, wait a minute.
Not those kind, but
Wait a
baby,
minute.
you know what I'm talking
Wait a
about.
minute.
Like,
Here's another one that I always wondered. You know, well, actually, you know, I want to save that one for last. But the one I want to bring up right now is if somebody is across the room, they can be way across the room, but if they jump like this at you, like they jump like this and they jerk their shoulders at you, like what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
what you want to do? What you want to do? You got some?
What does that? What does that do? Like what? Jump,
I
the
think
jump,
we're
jump
trying
and
to
jump and
claim
shrug.
our dominance. You know what? I think it has occurred to me with everything that we do: the shooting of the bird, the
Sticking
the
the
kiss
tongue
my
out.
butt, the all this. We want to present a dominant figure in that moment. We want to be the alpha dog in that particular moment and say that we own it. You are lower. You will listen to me. You will do what I say. You know, don't come against me. Don't come at me.
Who decided that is what it is to earn your dominance? Here, I just want to know. I always like to know the origin of things. Who was the very first person to stick their tongue out at somebody or roll their eyes? Like, who was the first person? And then how did it become universal? It had to be before the era of social media and TV. Like, who was the first person to
Wait,
say,
let me Google it real quick. The first person to shoot a bird was
Sweet tea? I got one that I think is going to really culminate in the most offensive and angering one of all.
what?
your mama.
Your mama. I don't care if your mama didn't raise you. Somebody say, your mama. You be like, leave me alone. You ugly anyway. Your mama.
Listen, that will turn somebody into a spiral. You talk about somebody's mama. Woo!
Yeah.
That would be the culmination of them all.
Yeah.
Those are some crazy fighting words.
As an educator, I do remember telling people stuff, children stuff like, is your mama fat? Is your mama ugly? Is your mama this? Okay, well, why you mad? Why you mad? I remember having to do this rationale with them to try to get them to think through. Like, they're saying this, your mama ain't this.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So just stop getting upset about it. Let them believe what they want to believe. Let them say what they want to say.
Right.
Long as they ain't putting hands on you, you know.
Right.
And then we got a different scenario, self-defense or whatever, you know.
Just don't go about your day. If you are riding in your car, you're listening to your favorite song, jamming out.
Somebody must have made
by
you
yourself
mad in your car lately.
And you're in your zone. And you get a little bit of a road rage coming up in your body and in your mind. Just don't let it get to you. You can continue to go about your day listening to your music in your zone. It is not going to help you anymore if you hop in front of another car, because most of the time you end up at the same red light, and you have that awkward moment that you just got finished flipping off and doing all these gestures, and you got to do that one thing when you come to that red light. You got to look over.
You know, I can remember a time that I took the higher road. So, you know, living this life, you start one way and then you start to progress, right? And I'm not perfect, but yeah, I used to be that person like, don't shoot me off no bird. Don't say nothing to me. Don't let me see your lips move. Then I'm gonna come at you.
She's saved, but she mixed with a little knuck if you buck. You know.
Then I transitioned to this point. I remember it was a time I was coming to something like a going away for you for work, and the parking lot was very small for the venue that we were gonna be at.
Yep.
And the lady did something to me,
you were so
and
mad.
on top of that, she took the space that I was trying to get.
Yep.
So I wrote a nice note to her and said, I hope that this space served you well, something like that. I was simply trying to make it to my husband's military going away with my children. And I really pray that you will have a good day and release this anger. It was something such as that.
Can you imagine receiving that note?
And I believe she did leave me a note saying, I'm sorry on the windshield, because I left it on her windshield once I found a parking space. And then I think she left something like, I'm sorry. Or something on top of mine. Because, you know, really and truly, like, the person who is responding with those gestures, with the mouthing off, all of that, and I've been one of them. You've been one of them. You're not winning. You're not winning. You're not winning. You're actually showing, you're displaying yourself in a way that is just not appropriate. That is not how we're supposed to live.
Take the high road. Michelle Obama said it.
When they go low, we go high. But I really I like that one. So Michelle, I really like that one. I'm reading your book right now too. But the one that I like, because she says it almost every single day and it has become a mantra in so many people's home, is Tabitha Brown. And she says, if you can't have a good day, don't you dare go messing up anybody else's.
I love it, Tab.
And I love that, because I think a lot of times some of us, we aren't entering into our days with those soothing tones, with the wife who prepares you some breakfast and prays for you as you walk out the door, and then you're just all chi and just zen,
I get in my zone, man.
Right?
That's how I get in my zone.
And then somebody honks at you and they flip at you. Maybe they didn't have that loving wife behind them to do that.
Hey, good plug for yourself, baby.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for that. That was an amazing segue.
You have to pat yourself on the back.
Hey, sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. Seriously, y'all. Take the high road. You know, stay in your zone. Just remember that, again, at the end of the day, they're going to go about their lives. You're going to go about yours. Last thing you want is for something to continue to escalate, because, as they say, hurt people. And you never know what somebody else is going through. And sometimes you just got to give them some grace.
Yeah. And honestly, that you bring up that fact. We have a lot of road rage has ended in others dying.
Yeah.
We've seen that. So, I know once we moved to a certain part of the United States, we had to talk to our son about, don't get out your car. Don't, so there's been people whose cars got shot up for just having loud music or whatever, and they didn't turn around. We actually saw somebody here. So it ain't even about what region you're in. Right. We saw a lady here get out of her car because a man was playing his music in one of those, spider-like thing cars or whatever. And, you really have to be careful about, like, the Tisha of old. Like, we weren't living in these times. At these times, people will quickly pull out a gun on you or whatever. So, you have to be careful about that, not responding or reacting towards those things for your safety and the safety of the passengers in your car or just around you, period. It don't have to be in a car. It could be at a restaurant or wherever. There's been so many people that the incidents of what has happened has resulted from people doing those it might not be those words,
double flips,
for those flips and those birds and those gestures and those things that present a dislike or a hatred, like you said, and they've caused other people to go and let it fester, and they come back and it's on in different. Ain't no drawing no lines anymore. Ain't no picking no spots no more. It's just they come at you, right?
Yep. So with that, y'all, whether it's in the car, road rage, grocery store, Black Friday sales, whatever it is, don't let those fighting words take you to a place that you will regret and a place that you don't want to be. Take the high road.
Yeah. Don't be an angry bird over those fighting words.
Ooh, don't be an angry bird over those fighting words, and in return, get the double bird.
I think it sounded better just how it was. But anyway.
Thank y'all for dialing in, tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Today's a good day. Keep it that way. Until next time. Sip and share. Sip and share. Let's go. We out of here. Till next time.